All right, cranksters, we are live. Here we go. Sound looking good. We're getting ready to rock and roll. I was waiting for a few of you guys to get in here. Give me a sound check, mic check. Can you all hear me? Cranksters, can you hear me? All right, loud and clear. What's going on, X? What's up, YouTube? We're back at it. The Coliseum trades, and we explain everything. Let's go through my trades throughout today. See if we can find another trade on how, why, when, where we took the trade. But first of all, let's do a little Bitcoin analysis real quick, guys. The range that we were scalping, it's pretty easy to see. I love looking at ranges like this. Any single time we have these ranges are my bread and butter. This is the Cranksters bread and butter, baby. When we have this range, man, you can make a lot of money. You guys can make a lot of money. Liquidation is the path to be broke. That's exactly right. And this is why we have excellent risk management. Excellent risk management. We do not hope. All right. We do not hope. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. Tell yourself this. Tell yourself this. Hope is not a strategy. I do not hope. All right. I plan. I stick to my plan. I stick to my strategy. I have excellent risk management. This is what we're teaching in the Coliseum, but we're going to walk you guys all through it today. Anytime, when you're picking your style of day trading, when you're picking your style of trading, whether it is, what's up? We're back at it. When you're picking your style of trading, whether you're going to be a swing trader, a scalp trader, an intraday trader, all right? Swing trades could be days, weeks, months. Scalps could be minutes, seconds, tens of minutes, all right? Me, I am a scalper. You guys see me scalp. I like my daily bread. I get in, I know my strategy. I do not deviate from my strategy. I do the same thing every single day. I teach this in the Coliseum. The Coliseum is about the excitement and the freedom to be able to get the knowledge, put your knowledge to the test. But most of all, how well can you not interfere with the process? How well can you not interfere with the rules that are needed to stick to the structure, the discipline, the responsibility? I love this, guys. I love this because, as I'm going through my journey as now a new influencer, it's taken me a lot to kind of want to come out of my shell and show these things and teach these things. And as I'm gaining new friends and enemies throughout all of this stuff, I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun because, for one thing, you do not need validation from anybody except from yourself. It is you, yourself, and the charts. And that is what is so important about day trading. It is you, yourself, and the charts. How well can you not interfere with the plan? Love it. Having a lot of fun, guys, with the Cranksters. A lot of fun. But let's break down how I trade. Let's see if we can take a trade during the live stream like we normally do for the scalp and chills. All right. But it's all going to start off by a range. And after we find our range, we're going to find altcoins that are perfectly synced up with Bitcoin. And then from there, we can start looking at our supports, our resistances, and start molding, a trade, sticking to our structure. Okay. So again, first of all, when Bitcoin has these ranges right here will make you a lot of good trades. All right. When we look at Bitcoin, you can clearly see tops. We can clearly see bottoms. And when we have these ranges like this, guys, there is a lot of good trades to be made. Because again, when we're looking at a time frame, this is 24. And again, you can look at multiple 1 minutes. You can look at 20 minutes. I typically use the 1 through 20 minute. But even if I was to go to an hour, look, the range is still there. The same range. We're on a 1 hour. All we're doing from here is shortening the candles to try to find our range. Longing the candles by going shorter time frame. Look, there's 1 minute. I can still zoom out. Same thing. Look, there's just a bazillion more candles. Go to the 20 minute. Same range. Again, that's all we're trying to find. Before I set my structure for my trades, I look for my range. All right. So after we establish our range for our scalps, we can say, as the price is now coming down into this price action, all right, whether we're coming up to resistance, up on the top side, again, resistance just means every single time we come up to the top, we bounce, we fall, we get rejection. We come up to the top, we get rejection. When we come down to the bottom, we get the bounce. Come back up, rejection. We come back to the bottom, we bounce. This is a established range, and this is what we need to be trading in order to use the radical scalp method. Again, what is a radical scalp method? It means that I know shit gets really scary when we're coming up to the top. Everyone's freaking out. It's a breakout. No, it's not. We take the trade. Yep. Shout out Crypto Line. I know that you were in today's stream with Josh. It was an excellent stream. Cranksters, guys, congratulations on the trade. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to every one of you guys that are watching the streams, jumping in the telegrams, getting into the knowledge. It takes years to master this stuff, guys. When I was going through my trading in my early stages, I always dreamed, man, I'm part of the Casper crew, guys. I'm going to be doing a live February 25th with Jason Casper. He's a mentor. I'm going to get an opportunity to not only thank him, I'm going to ask him all the questions that I ever wanted to ask the last 5-6 years that I've been part of the group. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a coach. Michael Jordan needed a coach. LeBron needed a coach. Everybody. Just think about it. Whether it's football, baseball, wrestling, boxing, everybody needs a coach. Day trading is no different. Again, what's super great about this particular sport, day trading, this career, whatever you want to call it, is it's you versus you. It's you versus the charts. It's you versus yourself. It's all psychology and day trading. How well can you stick to the process? And once you learn the process, how well can you not interfere? Today, during our spaces in the Wolf Spaces, it was about, there was a good segment today, guys. And you want to know what it was? It was one of the traders, I forgot which one it was, said that it's boring. Oh, it was OTG. Shout out to OTG. He's a real trader. Shout out to all of them on the Wolf Spaces. They're all real traders. They're all educators. And you know what? Trading gets boring. You know, I do the same thing every single day. I do not deviate. If you were to ask anybody in my channel right now, if you were to ask anybody in the chat, all my OGs that have been here, do you guys ever see me deviate from the plan, interfere with the plan? Never on the scalp method, guys. This is how you get smoked. This is how you lose money. And again, of course, everything that I teach, guys, we'll just go ahead and show you one more time here. Let's go ahead and show the disclaimer here. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Trading involves significant risk, and you may lose more than your initial investment. You are solely responsible for your trading decisions. Trade responsibly. Trade responsibly. Shout out also to zoomex. Make sure to get over on zoomex with me, guys. One of the best liquidity exchanges. We have, bar none, one of the best support teams for the Cranksters in the Coliseum. And through me, you guys are going to be getting, and the Coliseum, as a team, we do the volume. They give us the best fees, and we need the best fees when you're using the radical scalp method. Believe me, you don't want your positions eaten up by a whole bunch of fees, baby. Get into the Coliseum, get into the Telegram, and reap the benefits, guys, especially the education. As we're doing this, and you guys do this, repeat. Let me ask the channel real quick. Do you guys think that a algorithm gets bored? Algos get bored? Robots get bored? No, they do not. They don't feel any of that shit. And neither should we when we're taking these positions, when we're getting educated on how to take a scalp. So again, let's get back over to the charts, guys. When we have an established range, all right, we are able to take these trades. We take the longs from the bottom. We take the shorts from the tops. It's very, 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 Hell no. No, they don't, dude. They don't feel any of that stuff. And so again, when we have the established range for the scalps, all right, I typically use a 1 up to a 20-minute. Now, the reason I say that, if I go to a 1 minute and I'm looking at these things and I can say, you know what? Look at this. Oops, here we go. Bitcoin is obviously inside of an established range. We bounced here. We bounced here. During Josh's stream, I said, hey, guys, let's go ahead and take this. Let's take the long, man. If this thing comes down here to literally sub 89, you know, he was asking some questions. Hey, Crank, why would we take a long there? And I said, well, dude, if you just zoom out for a little bit, you could see every single time we come down to sub $89,000, we get a great bounce. This is an excellent area for a scalp long, scalp long, scalp long, scalp long. And again, let's just put it this way. As it's coming down, things can get real scary, guys, but this is where we validate the trade. All right, this is how we validate the trade. It looks scary as we're coming down. Oh my God, it's getting ready to nuke. Well, you take the trades, stop losses go right underneath. Comes back down again. You take the trade, stop loss underneath. A lot of it'll look just like this. Boom. Oops, hold on, not a fib. We ain't pulling out our fib here. Bang. Stop loss underneath, up to the top of the range. There's your trade. Oops, hold on. There's your scalp trade. Bang, there's one. Bang, there's two. All right, excellent trades, guys. Scalp shorts. Again, scalp shorts. We short from the top. Scalp shorts. Guys, these are trades that I'm taking every single day. Every single day inside of the Coliseum. When we find ranges like this, these positions right here, from here to the bottom of the range, guys, is 0.69. Just a little bit of leverage. And this is where we start learning how to do position size and risk management. All right, position size and risk management. If we know we have an established entry, we have an established range, we know where the established entry should be. It's at the tops or the bottoms of support. We know that if this thing is going to run, you want to get stopped out pretty freaking quick. And the reason being is if it actually breaks out, okay, probability states when we zoom out even farther, we're coming up to these ranges to try to take out this liquidity up on top. And you can see we never got past here. And the one time we did, look, when it finally broke out, we took out all the liquidity. We took it all out all the way up to the top, almost all of these guys too. That's how you're trying to hunt now. Where could it run if I get stopped out? You want to get stopped out right away. I like getting stopped out right away because, again, you're waiting for what I call a God entry. A God entry means that you're waiting patiently for price action to come to you and you're actually shorting. I call this in the center right here. All of this in the center. I would like the chat, my senior guys. What do we call all of this right here? Give me something in the chat for everybody to see. I'll give it a minute here. What do we call it? What do we call it from my senior guys? There we go. Jeff, my boy Jeff. We call it mid chop chop. You will get chopped out. Mid chop chop. That's exactly right, boy. We call it mid chop chop. We do not take mid chop chop. And here's the reason being. If we go into, like, let's just say a 5 minute, and we were to look at this and we said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I'm going to long it right here. We're not up at the top. I'm going to long it right here. You think you got it? Again, mid chop chop. We want it from the top. We want it from the top entry or the bottom. You take the entry here, you long it, you think you got it. Oh, no, you don't. And then it comes back down to the support that we were actually talking about. We zoom out and we go over here. All right. You think you're going to go ahead and take it right here. Oh, it's going to bounce. You got the trade. It comes on up. You got the trade. Oh, it comes actually down to the support. Mid chop chop, guys. This is where patience and that psychology will get the best of you. Wait for price action to come to you so you can take these scalps. All right. Today's scalp was, let's see here. Today's scalp was a little different. All right. And I'll walk through today's trade as well. All right. So this right here was FOMC meeting today. This price action right here was FOMC. I told myself I'm not going to trade this unless I see something special. All right. I posted, let's go over to the X. Let me, again, you don't have to take my word for it. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. All right. Let's go over here. Let's go over to X. And I told everybody here before the day started, news days from FOMC are high volatility days. Best move is to sit back and protect capital unless you see something special. I told myself I wasn't going to trade. I went on Josh's stream today. I said, you know what, guys? I told Josh, hey, man, just be careful. You know, if this guy starts, we really want to see the tone for today. We really want to see, you know, if he's going to be hawkish or bearish. And these news events, guys, can really, really, you can have the best trade, the best entry. Everything's lining up for us to take the trade. We have everything all dialed in, and then a news day happens and just fucks it up. Blows you out of the water. Happens to every trader. Happens to me. All right. Especially if, you know, on news days. This is why we typically don't trade news days. This is a way to protect your capital. All right. So again, we started off the morning. We said news days from FOMC are high volatility days. Best move is to sit back, protect capital unless we see something special. We then go live. We went live. All right. News events going on. Shout out to Joshua Jake. If you guys aren't following him, make sure to follow him. He's doing great news events. Guys trying to build EA Sports trading. Pretty cool stuff. Super cool stuff. So again, let's go back over here. We get, we're inside of this choppy area right in here, right? We'll get rid of this right in here. We go into this choppy area for Bitcoin, and this thing just starts to plummet. All right, this guy just starts talking. We came up on this V shape during FOMC. All right, we come up on this, we plummet. I'm waiting for the bottom. I said it during the stream, dude. If we come all the way down here, what do we do, guys? If we come down to sub to sub 89s, what do we do? Zoom out. What do we do when we come down to this price action, guys? I've been saying it at the beginning of the stream. We come down. I was waiting for the long. Now, we did not end up coming down to the bottom of this range. All right. We made the V-shaped recovery. Hold on real quick. Let me get over here. Let's go to like a 3-minute here. We did not end up coming down to the bottom of the range. We V-shaped right away. And typically when we make these V-shapes, guys, when we come down like this and we V-shape right away and then we don't completely roll over, and this candle right here was a signal for me, I need to take a long. All right, on this trade right here. And we just started climbing. We started climbing. I did end up taking the trade right here in the center, and I had a stop loss directly underneath. All right, stop loss directly underneath. I said that my target was going to end up being, let's go here, stop loss directly underneath. If this thing decided to roll over, I said my target was going to be 89,800. Where do I get 89,800 from? Well, again, rejection here, rejection over on these, right over off to the side, rejection off of these. That was my price target for today's long. Again, we're walking through it, guys. This is the education of me explaining my trades, how I'm taking these radical scalps that you guys are seeing almost every single day. All right, almost every single day you guys are seeing these trades. Took this trade. Now, not the ideal setup because typically, again, this would be the short, right? If we were to zoom out, this would typically be the short, but FOMC, volatility. Again, as you guys start learning this inside of the Coliseum, you too will start to adjust. You too will start seeing these ranges. All right. You guys are going to start seeing it. But man, you're going to know what to do. You're just going to know what to do. All right. We took this trade. I said, hey, we got this little, I call it a trumpet. Let's go right here because that was the trade. Got our entry. We started accumulating. Let's actually go to like a 2-minute. We can zoom out right here. I said, guys, this thing's getting ready to trumpet, baby. We got a good opportunity here that this thing's going to pop during FOMC. Well, let's go back over. And again, don't take my word for it. Back test everything you see, everything you hear. You guys are out there putting your money at work, whether it's fake or real. If you're learning, whatever it is, if you guys are going to try to learn how to make some money in the crypto market, this is a trader's market, guys. The market has just been fucked for altcoins, and we're going to go over that too, because I do believe for portfolios and investing, it's totally different. It's totally different. But again, you guys are going to start understanding how to take these trades, how to take these scalps, where your targets are going to be, where your risks should be. Get the fuck out. Get the stop loss in there. Got to have a stop loss, man. You do not want to catch a runner. You do not want to catch a runner. Don't want to do it. All right. So again, let's go back over to X, and let's just show you guys the results. We're walking through the trades on a P&L. All right. We're walking through it. Well, we could see here, guys. Look, we have our entry, 89,394. I said sub 89s. Told Josh it was all live streamed. All right. There's the stream, 89,800 for an exit, plus $11,000. It was like 11,300, but then we ended up having our fees and everything. Again, plus $11,000. It was an excellent trade. I saw a lot of the P&Ls coming in inside of my channel. These guys, dude, everybody's was just getting themselves a nice little piece. But again, guys, we're walking through the structures, the how, when, why, and where. And hopefully we might be able to get a little something tonight. Hopefully we might be able to get a little something tonight once I'm done walking through all of this. Does anybody have any questions on X or on YouTube? If you guys don't mind, could you guys please like, subscribe, get in the Telegram. If you guys like the content, I greatly appreciate it. All I'm asking from you guys is a like and a follow and hit a notification bell. Continue to do this. It's repetition. Remember, we talked about at the beginning of the stream. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. Well, this is what is entailed in the boringness. This right here, doing it so many times that eventually you just start seeing it. You see the strategy. You know what to do when you see it. You know what the structure should be when you see it. You know how to act when you're finally in it. You don't deviate. How well can you not interfere with the process? Again, you guys are going to hear me over the years to come. Years to come. I'm not going anywhere. I decided to show my talents, my trading, my discipline throughout the years. And if you guys are just tuning in, again, I'm CryptoCrank. I've been a moderator for almost every crypto channel that's out there just every crypto channel. And I shout out to all of them. You know, I've learned a lot throughout the years. I've been part of the Casper crew, the Market Cypher crew. Shout out to CryptoFace and Flopping Groper. Guys, it takes years of adding all of these things into your arsenal to be able to do what I'm showing you. But if you can do it and stay disciplined and learn, eventually you're going to be so repetitious. Like I said, you're going to be bored, but you're not going to feel bored. Most people don't understand, guys, that cortisol, adrenaline, it all comes when you lose. It doesn't come when you win. Why do you think that everybody always keeps coming back to the casino? They keep coming back to the casino, but when they win, they never walk away. Why do you think that is? Because winning is not natural. Winning is not fucking natural, you guys. Let that sink into your heads. Winning is not natural. What's natural? Losing. Losing is natural. All right? This is why everyone just keeps coming back like a fucking casino. But you gain control. You only get control from structure. The more structure you have, the more discipline you're going to have. The more discipline you have, you're not going to interfere with the process. And this is why we do this. This is why I show live trades. We back test them. We walk through everything. Amazing stuff, guys. I'm here for you. Just like and subscribe, and we'll continue to grow. I'm here to stay, guys. We're going to be doing big stuff inside of the Coliseum. And again, if you don't know what the Coliseum is, it's my Telegram group. Eventually, we're growing so fast that we're going to be moving over to a Discord eventually. I'm having all of it built out for us. But yeah, if you guys can, just please like and subscribe. Get into the Coliseum. Let's get back over to the charts. So this is we've established now how to find a range. We're finding bottoms. We're finding tops. We're finding a range. We're knowing where to play. All right. Next is patience. We let price action come to us. Once we get to that price action, we know what to do. We know where. And again, next is going to be risk management. And what do I mean by that? Risk management. We know how much we're willing to lose before we enter into a trade. We know exactly how much we're willing to lose before we enter a trade. Again, if you're going to have a structure, you got to have an answer for an entry, an exit, a stop loss. Guys, I don't hold on to these trades. I hate round tripping trades. You know, let me ask another question to my crew, guys. What do I normally do very early? I'll just explain it. I get out of position so early. It takes a lot for me to sit in a trade because as I've grown my accounts over the years, I do not like round tripping money. When I'm up $5, $6, $7, $10,000, I get out. I'm having to relearn because, guys, last year, 2025, it was rough trying to sit inside of some of these trades, man. Sitting inside of ITP, baby. That's right, Gates. There it is. Turn this off. ITP, guys. I like taking profit. All right. I like taking profit. I like hitting my targets. And a lot of the times, again, just to give you an example, let's go back over here to the charts. When I said on that P&L, I wanted 89,800. Look at this. 89,800. Where do I get that from? It's just, again, we could zoom all the way out. Look at it here. 89,800. Look at it here. 89,800. Whoop. These are TPs. And the reason being, look what happens when we hit 89,800. Whoop. 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 I like taking TP. So again, guys, follow through. All right. So now that we've established our range, we've established our position, now our risk here. All right. If I'm taking an entry here, you got to set these stops, man. If you're getting an entry here, this stop loss has got to be right underneath, man. Do not lose more than probably 1%, 1.5%, maybe two of the position, okay? Just to let it breathe. I understand that sometimes these things wick. You know, we could look at multiple other ranges and we could say, you know, these things wick. You know what I mean? Give you an example, like something like this. You know, this was also a nice range right in here. Look at this range. This range, again, is probably 0.5%. Look at this. There's a 0.5% range, guys. At 10x leverage, that's a 5% move. Low leverage. We know where the stop loss should be. These ranges, guys, this is scalping. Everything that I'm teaching right now is how to scalp. We're not going to the daily, and we're not saying, hey, to give you an example, I said like some of these were going to be swing trades. I gave these calls inside of the Coliseum from here to here. I like using fibs and golden pockets and the Fibonacci ratios. When we take positions like here, these are swing trades. You take the position from the golden pocket and you got to wait because you should have a good entry. You get in at 87,800, should come up to 94,800 or 94,100. These are lifelong swing trades. These are on the daily. These things are going to take 2-3 days to play out. Yes, I like those trades. Yes, I like those trades. But me, I like sleeping at night, dude. I don't know how many times I've been inside of these swing trades. I wake up and I'm blown out of the water on a stop loss. And I round tripped it. This thing was coming up here. You know, we already are inside of a 5% in profit. Again, at 10x leverage, that's 50% on the position. I hate round tripping stuff like that. So I don't mind swing trades. We got to have the momentum in the market direction in order for me to do that. And I do not trust for me this range for Bitcoin. Not one bit. We can't seem to get over 98, 80 grand. I feel needs to be swept. This is why I scalp. So again, take from what I'm teaching you, your other channels that you're listening to, add them to your arsenal. If this is something that you want to eventually do to be a full-time trader, add it to your arsenal. You're going to need it. You're going to need all of it to be bored. You're going to learn how to be so freaking bored, but you're not going to be bored because the boredom is the structure. All right. Let's see here. Really, that's everything, guys. This is how I take my scalps. Now, actually, there's one other thing. Next here with our strategy is going to be syncing up altcoins. I have been really focused with trading Bitcoin and Ethereum just directly. They've been the first movers because some of these altcoins, man, have just been pummeled. Other than Hyperliquid getting a crazy, crazy pump, I haven't been paying attention to altcoins like at all. The scenario has been gold, silver, precious metals. Man, altcoins are just not participating other than Hyperliquid. And we did end up taking that short. We shorted Hype. This is the only one. And this thing better hold here, man, because if this doesn't hold, I'm liking Hyperliquid, how it's right now currently putting in lower highs. I am liking this right here. This thing comes up one more time, dude. I'm going to have to just take that short. This could be a big swing trade. We get into that short up here. Something like this. Dude, you could have a big one. You can have a nice big short. This could be big. This could be a big player, guys, for sure. So yeah, if we're going to be looking at altcoins, this would be Hyperliquid. Here's Bitcoin, or let's go Bitcoin on the bottom. Let's see, that's a 20. This is a 20. Notice how these things aren't synced up. Bitcoin's coming down. Hyperliquid is way up here. What do I mean by a synced up altcoin? Well, almost the whole market runs off of Granddaddy B. Granddaddy Bitcoin runs the show. If it's pumping, majority of the time your altcoins are pumping. If it's dumping, majority of your altcoins are dumping. It's real simple. So let's find something that is synced. Well, let's look at, again, Bitcoin on the 20, ETH on the 20. We can see here, ETH broke its structure. Bitcoin broke its structure. This is the synchronization, okay? Now, when you're scalping, you are not trying to hit home runs. You are just trying to take base hits. It's scalping, all right? But when you have the correct entries from the top, remember, we long from the bottoms, all right? We long from the bottoms, and we short from the top. You're going to know when you hit a home run, because when this thing starts to break through, it'll break through. You take the short, comes down, and boom. Take the short, boom. Next thing you know, you got yourself a home run. That should not be the case with scalping, though. That'll poison your mind. I am so looking forward to being bored, working hard to feel that way. Crypto Lion, that's great, man. You just got to think about who you're up against, man. Algorithms, private hedge funds, big money, BlackRocks, robots. Dude, we're manual retail traders. So you can imagine how much more goes into our minds for emotions that could ruin a trade. How well can you not interfere with the trade? It's going to be one of the hardest things ever, guys. There's a reason why only like 1-2% of traders make it. In all reality, why do you think there's only 1-2% of the world of traders that are driving Lambos and living in big old pads and 1%, the elite? They call them the elite, the best traders. You know, unless you're just completely educational and you got big sponsorships and you're one of those and you don't really show trades, it's all educational. Totally different. Nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with that at all. Because we do need that education. We need all of that. Again, we're building our arsenal to become a day trader if this is what you're deciding to be. So what I'd be looking for, Lambos and ladies, that's going to be you, Razorback. Lambos and ladies. Yeah, man. Everybody's a little different, man. I got kids and a wife and the whole 9 yards. And, you know, I want to go on wicked vacations, dude. Like, we got everything planned for. I told myself I want to see places of the world. I want to do things. And I'm going to be after this month's trades, you know, I'm planning it out, dude. We're going to get after it. Mamas love Mambo. Guys, that's funny. But yeah, everybody's level of mated is a little different. You know, some people don't care for Lamborghini. Some people don't care for me. I'm a McLaren guy, like a 765 LT. Just gonna throw that out there. You'll know when I make it because there will be signs. No, I'm just kidding. You just have fun trading. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the cool part is, man, is that the fun part becomes when you actually start withdrawing. Okay, when you're able to withdraw off of an exchange more than what you put on, things start getting a lot of fun, guys. What percentage of crypto traders do you think put money on the strain on the exchange and never withdraw? I bet you it's 97% of people. 97% all day. Pretty crazy. Really is. Let's look at this here. I'm just going to read some of the comments. Give me that Walmart watch. I like a nice watch. Yeah, everybody's different, man. Everybody, if you want to build a bunker, want to build self-sustainability, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? Whatever it might be for you guys. But as for trading right now, these days, just want to afford taking family to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is mad money, bro. I'm reading these books, dude, and you want to know what wealthy means? It means you can go to any place and order anything off of the menu. That's wealthy. That's freedom. When you can go to any restaurant with your family and order anything you want off of the menu, that right there is freedom. And allowing your family to order anything off the menu, that is freedom. That's how you know you made it. And everybody's a little different, but for reals, I'm telling you, crazy. As far as the trade goes tonight, guys, Bitcoin, we're not trying to catch a falling wedge. This is mid chop chop. This is mid chop chop. We are not just randomly trying to catch a falling knife for a scalp. Again, what did we say? We take it from the top or we take it from the bottoms. If we're looking for a Bitcoin bounce, I'd be saying, okay, well, why did we bounce here? Let's start back testing some of this stuff. Why did we bounce here? Well, you guys know I'm a big fib trader. Well, what do you know? If I pull my fib from here to the top of this, we bounced here between the 618 and the 0.65. I'll take care of you, dude. If you're inside of the Patreon, I'll send you the set. That should have already sent you the separate link, but I'll DMTX message me on Telegram real quick, or here I'll take care of you right after the stream. I will take care of you right after the stream. Again, let's see, why did we bounce here? Well, let's pull this fib from right up here, and let's go here now. This one bounced off of a 786. So if I was going to pull a fib, I would want to go from the lows, all right? Because, again, we're nuking through all this price action. I would want to pull one from this low to this high, and what do you know? If Bitcoin, I'm expecting 86.6. Let's see if this holds, and we might be able to take a trade, because then we could say we have a low, a higher low, and a higher low coming directly into this golden pocket. Let's see what happens here. And we might just maybe. Now, if we do end up blowing through 86.3, then my best guess is, and again, it's an if-then. If this happens, what happens then? If this happens, what do I do? And again, nobody knows. If anybody's telling you that they know exactly what's going to happen, then I'll tell you that they're full of shit. Nobody knows. I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay? So if this price action starts coming down and we do get a bounce from here, we could look to take this trade. Now, if we do blast through this, I would say that all the longs that are nice and comfy sitting here and sitting here are about to get blown out of the water. Again, these people have not been stopped out. Now, while we're having a falling knife, let's also look at the heat map. And let's see what it's showing us. Where's that liquidity at? All right. Let's go to a 12-hour since we're looking local. We're coming down into that liquidity right now. Again, look, got a little gap at 87.5. We're coming right into that golden pocket. And then look, it's stacked up right above us. 90,400s right back up at all the shorts. And what do I mean by that? All the shorts, all the comfy shorts that are riding that home run that I was talking about right here. All those comfy suckers are sitting right here. When this thing can bounce, it can come down like this and go boom. Stop them all right out. So we just got to wait and see if Bitcoin's going to get the bounce from this golden pocket. All right. If we were going to take a trade tonight, if we're going to do it again, this is the reason why I called it right here. The Coliseum trades live and explains everything. As you guys see me stream, you guys see me taking my trades, doing the collabs with other traders and influencers and educational influencers for trading. We got to walk through all of it, guys, so that way you guys understand. You guys got a foot, some footing, got a base. So let's see what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Hell no, I'm a cheap ass. I don't need a fancy watch or fancy clothes. That's my wife. I look like a broke ass all the time, but it's funny. I'm usually the wealthiest in the room. It's awesome. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. And everybody's different, man. Everybody's different. Some like showing P&L, some don't. Some like showing percentages, some don't. Some are, everybody's different, dude. Everybody's different. I just know that the way I was raised from the Casper community and the crypto face community over the last 5 years, as I was doing all of these are like mentors, man. I've seen Face trade with millions of dollars. I see Jason Casper trade live, and I see all of his live trades. I see his losses. We get to see it all. I told myself CryptoCrank and the Coliseum is going to be the exact same way. That's the way I was raised. That's the way I was taught. And that's why we're showing even my losses, man. Even my losses. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to end up getting a... Let's see if Bitcoin is getting ready to get a bounce here. Look at that. Right between the 0.65, 0.68, or 618, 0.65. Let's see if this is going to be a higher low, if this is just going to melt through this. This would be 87,650. Look at the heat map real quick as we're coming down into this. So if we wick down to like 87 500s, yeah, 87 370s or something. Let's see what happens if that would be the end of it. Giving back the entire move after FOMC. And again, if this thing just bulldozes through this, guys, then no need to protect your capital. Do not. This is not a range. This is not the trade that we're looking for. Again, we want the established range so that way we can scalp. All right. I'm tight-lipped about money because people in my life are always broke and begging. Yeah, man. It's hard out there. It really is. People are trying to pay for groceries and live their life, take care of their kids, man. It's crazy. It really is. Bitcoin getting the bounce here. Let's see if Biddy gets a bounce here. So 87.6. Maybe we'll just take a long here. Maybe we'll just take a long here. Keep a stop right underneath here at 87.580. Let's see. Let's look at some market cipher real quick first. So 10-minute. 10-minute, man. This is a deep momentum wave. RSIs are touching zero. This thing, I mean, anytime it comes way down, we got to get a bounce. I mean, RSIs are touching the zero line on the 10-minute. This thing's got to have a bounce after this big drop like that. It normally will bounce up and then roll over again. Money flow is just getting started. Let's go to a 20. It's just getting started. Yeah, this is a good move to the downside. I'm going to take the long real quick, though, guys. And like I said, I'll keep a stop right underneath at 87,600. Let's see what happens here. Actually, let's see if this thing wicks a little deeper, man. Let's look at the heat map one more time. Because I think it's going to wick one more time down. One more good wick down. All right, coming right down to the 0.65. If you guys haven't added on my fib, I add the 0.65. Pull out your fib. Pull out that fib. Go over here to your settings. I put the 0.382, the 0.618, and then I put the 0.65. Crypto likes to throw wicks, man, but the true golden pocket is between the 618 and the 0.66. The 0.65 is the true golden pocket. That's the way I said it. That's about all I have to say about that. I like that wick right there. Let's see if Bitcoin can try to hold some of this. Again, I'm really not trying to catch a falling knife. This is a big macro. If we go out here to the daily, all right, from here to here, this is on daily candles. This is where we would want to see a bounce between literally 86,000 and 90,000. This is where we want to see the bounce. So I'm in. I'm going to take this. I'll keep the stop underneath. Let's see if we can get a little scalpy. And again, the target real quick, if we know this was the waterfall, if this thing bounces up here, I mean, let's see if this thing's got the juice, man. If this thing can bounce up here, it'll just throw one good candle. Nice little scalpy. Ooh, it's working. Let's see. Right from the golden pocket. Right from the golden pocket. Let's see if we can get some follow through here. We're up another $1,000. Let's see. Right from the golden. Let's see if this holds, though, man. If this thing comes down, let's see. Let's see. Again, we watched through all of it. We walked through all of it. The how, when, why, where, the structure. How well can we not interfere? The risk management. We're up $1,000 and climbing. We walked through it all. And again, I told you, just up to the waterfall, 88,000. So if this thing comes up to 88,000, that'll be 3 G's. Let's just plug it in there. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little pop. These are scalps, or at least take out half. You know what I mean? But if this thing starts crashing down, man, we're going to have to just bail out. Let's see if Bitcoin can do it. Let's go back over here to some market cipher. Let's get some cipher, man. Let's see what's going to happen if this thing's going to start rounding out. Now, the other thing, too, I always talk about it rounding out. This thing can, ooh, buddy. This thing can come back down in here and play like this and start rounding out. And then we get the bigger move because, and we've done many scalp and chills where it's like this. Come on, Biddy. Remember, I keep talking about how it rounds out, kind of plays on that golden pocket, and then boom. And those are bigger, stronger moves. We accumulate. We start accumulating down in here, start rounding out. And then we get that bigger pop. Then it'll start taking all these fat shorts here and fat shorts here. All these people trying to short it. Now, if this thing just blows straight through, again, now the trade is valid. We do have a valid trade. All right. We do have a valid trade. We on the macro, all right. If we were just, when I say macro, I'm talking about this whole move right here. This entire move from here to here, this whole move, if we wanted to have a retracement, a healthy retracement, this is where you want it from. Again, you pull the fib from this low to the high. You would want to see, and again, we're also on the trend line, higher lows. We're adding more confluence to the trade. This is where you would want to see a bounce. We go here, boom, starting the trend, higher low on a fib. You see what I'm saying? This would be the area. We have 1, 2. This would be our third time on the fib from lows to highs. Bang. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And like I said, this thing could totally come down, start rounding out a little bit on the golden pocket, and then start rounding out on that golden pocket, and then we get a bigger move. Let's see what happens. Or we're about to get stopped out. I said that if we start coming down, then we can get out of the trade. But again, overall, this thing, and it could take hours for this thing just to go sideways trading. But the trade is valid. I'm explaining why, all the confluence leading up into a valid trade. Capiche? Good day here. Come on, Betty. What do you want to do? Let's see if she starts rounding out a little bit or if she just dumps right in here, man. Let's see what happens. And silver, baby, silver. Man, I can't believe gold is just coming up on this. Just golly, dude. This thing is still ready to go. God bless. Gold is like grand, dude. Gold ain't no joke. Gold is no joke, man. Yes, Captain. Oh, Captain. Yeah, gold is killer, man. Look at XRP just falling off a freaking cliff. Let's see hype, man. Hype. Ooh, I was saying this, man. This is the hype short, dude, from up here. Remember I was saying this lower high right here, man. This thing can start coming down quite a bit. This thing can start coming down a lot. Bitty boy. Right down to the golden pocket. Come on. Valid trade. It was a valid trade. Confluence. How well can we not interfere with the process? Let's see. You never know. Tell you no. We're up 2,100. We're walking through it. Let's see what happens here. This is still a pretty good scalp on an educational night. All right. 88,065. This is a good stream, guys. Like and subscribe. Be here all week. Go ahead and just like and subscribe. We'll be here all week. Do it. Do it now. Take the trades. Know what I mean? And again, I could probably just take this scalp right now, dude. This is a good scalp here, to be honest with you. I mean, dude, one more push, just one more 88. I even said $88,000. If we can get up to 88,000, it's a scalp. 2,900 bucks. Let's plug it in. Come on, Biddy. Is Biddy gonna just dump? It sure could. Am I just gonna round trip this one? Again, it can come down and it can play. If it does, I'll probably maybe even add to it. If the trade is valid, it's a valid trade, guys. Golden pocket, third touch, trend line, everything. And I sometimes, and I'm a nobody. We got $1 million sitting on this trade. We have over $110,000 on this trade. I hate putting some limit orders that never get hit. A lot of the times you guys just see me plug them in as momentum's going, so that way I get filled. You know what I mean? But again, we doing it live. We doing it live in the Coliseum, man. We are doing it live. The Coliseum trades live and explains everything. We're doing it live. TP's about to get hit. Boom. There we go. That would have been TP. $88,000. Let's see if we, and now again, 88. Let's just go 88,050. Let's try to get us a whopper. There we go. Come on, just fill me up. There we go. And bada bing, cranksters. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here? That's what I thought, guys. Come on. We did it live. We walked through the entire stream, guys. This is how we're doing it every single day. Valid trade, guys. Now, this trade, again, can actually be held much longer. Much longer. All right? We have all the confluence. 3 touches on a trend line. Golden pocket. Liquidity. Excellent trade, guys. This is walking through it. Boom. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you and you and you and you and you. Fuck you. You're cool. No, I'm just kidding. It's like that movie. Excellent trade, guys. I mean, dude, it doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. We're leaving on a note. We walked through it. Did you get that? Crypto Lion. I mean, dude, we walked through it, dude. You guys are seeing it here in the Coliseum, baby. We just did it. I mean, does it get any more clear than that? Does it get any more clear than that? You guys tell me. I don't know, bro. You guys tell me. Does it get any more clear than that? Twins, Basil. It's twins. We got twins. We killed it. I mean, dude, really? It doesn't get any better than that, guys. It's simple. We're going to be doing this all day, every day, if the market permits. Now, again, we do not force trades. What did I say at the beginning? Price action comes to us. Price action comes to us. That was a pretty good educational video, if you ask me. What do you think? What do you think, Basil? Shout out to the cranksters. Shout out to the Coliseum trades. I limited out on that one, dude. I limited out, but but when you have $1 million order or a $2-3 million order, bro, if I just let that sucker sit up there, bro, it never gets hit. I gotta pull it. I gotta put it in while momentum's pushing. You know what I mean? While momentum's pushing, and then I can put it in there, and then I can slap that trade. The other thing too, like if my limits aren't getting hit and it's still sitting up there, and I'm like, oh man, this thing's getting exhausted, I'll just hit the market button, dude, and off it. Especially, you know what I mean? What am I going to complain about? We have some of the lowest fees. We have some of the lowest fees. All right. Again, guys, shout out to zoomex. Shout out to zoomex. All right. Reduced trading fees, better scalping conditions, priority treatment. Guys, bar none, we have the best support team. Bar none. We need anything from the Coliseum, they listen. All right? You get all of this access through the Coliseum. VIP Tier 2, you do not need to trade $50 million to get treated with VIP because we're a unit. So my unit. No, I'm just kidding. Tropical Thunder. Guys, I repeat so many different movies, it's not even funny. Like Tropic Thunder. You guys ever watch Tropic Thunder? I watch a lot of comedies, man. Gotta watch a lot of good comedy movies, man. Dumb and Dumber, Super Bad, Tropic Thunder. Make sure to go to the gym, get healthy, eat healthy. Eat about 200 grams of proteins a day. But get into zoomex, guys. What an excellent, excellent stream. It was a good note, man. That was some good shit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys aren't inside of the Coliseum, I'll have my mods post the Telegram group. Make sure to get into the Telegram. It's free. Once you get in, make sure that you sign up with zoomex. We'll be posting that link as well. Let's get your UIDs, man, so we can confirm that you guys are signed up for VIP Tier 2. Best fees, best liquidity, guys. You guys are seeing me put in $1, $2, $3, $4 million trades on the order books. Gobbled up, baby. Hitting them. Hitting the trades, baby. And again, let's go back over to Bitcoin, because if you guys are still inside of this trade, remember, guys, let's just rehearse one more time why we took the trade. We got a 3-point, 1, 2, 3 on this trend line. We have a golden pocket, came directly down into the golden pocket. Okay, how do we find a golden pocket? I'm a fib trader. Some people don't like using the fib. I'm a fib trader. Simple trading is the best trading. Simple trading is the best trading. Okay, I pulled a fib from the low to the high. Guess why I like simple trading? Because when it comes down to a golden pocket, it bounces almost every single time. And if it blows through it, it's confirmation for me and the cranksters in the Coliseum to not take a trade. Well, look at that strong bounce that we're getting, guys. Probably could have sat in this trade a little longer. I'm scalping. I'm doing a 1-hour educational video, live trading. Again, let me just show you. Let me just show you why we do it. Let's just show you. Hold on real quick. Hold on. How do I do this? How do I do this? Oh, here we go. Hold on. The Coliseum trades live and explains everything. Everything. How, when, why, where. Everything. Congratulations to the cranksters if you guys took the trade, man. The Coliseum trades every single day. Every single day. If you guys got any questions for me before I head on out, it's been a solid 1-hour video. We got about 100 of you guys watching. Can't wait till, I can't wait for the day to come in and I have, 5,000 of you guys watching. I can't wait till we have 200. What a blessing that's going to be. 200 cranksters in the Coliseum? What? 1,000 in the Coliseum? What a blessing, man. It's going to be when we start seeing all the cranksters start rolling through, guys. It's going to be awesome. Again, I'm here to stay, dude. I'm going to be showing you guys my abilities. I'm going to be teaching. We're going to be walking through step by step throughout the years to come. But it all starts day by day. How do you eat a horse? Bite by bite. It's the only way this shit works, you guys. every single day until you're bored. And then that boredom, it's a way of living, man. Every single day. Mike Vollmer. I've been watching Mike Vollmer for years to come. Me and Mike have been moderators for many years. Graduated from Harvard together. Went off to Princeton to get a second doctorate. And we eventually made it to become moderators for every crypto channel. We go way back. What do you think, Mike? I'm doing some content now, dude. We're doing live trades. We're putting it all out there. We go all the way back, man. Ben Armstrong, multiple different channels, dude. Multiple different channel. Yeah, no? Good trade, guys. Trade was valid, though. Trade was super, you know? I'm glad, man. I'm liking that, Mike Vollmer. Stick around, dude. Maybe we'll get it. You know, we need you in the Coliseum, dude. Get on that Telegram. Again, guys, there's a lot of cloud out there right now. There's a lot of influencers. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, one thing that I do want to say too, here, let's turn on better music. I did say that I was going to mention about portfolios. Guys, there's no way that Bitcoin can be this subtle and boring and all of these things while we have silver, commodities, I mean, just commodities, stocks, legacy markets going crazy. While now you guys are starting to see. Today I also did a post as well, and this is nuts. This is nuts. All right? This is nuts, guys. Let me show you. Right here. Leverage on gold is getting way out of hand. Every crypto exchange is listing XAU USDT with 100x leverage. This does not end well. Trade responsibly. Guys, every crypto exchange is putting in USDT. Look at what it's doing, dude. Get the crypto market with a bunch of degens that have access to leverage outside of the legacy markets. This is the recipe right here. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, though, because those same people that are listing this shit have sell orders, dude, and massive, massive shorts up here and up here and up here. When this thing happens to drop, guys, with the leverage that we're able to get through the crypto markets now and the crypto exchanges, this is also a recipe for a drastic dip. Drastic dip. All right, guys. But again, this is commodities like gold, silver, copper, palladium, platinum. Bitcoin cannot be this boring, guys. Bitcoin can't be this boring. It's never this boring. I've been in Bitcoin for 10 years. Bitcoin is never this boring. And what it is, it's designed just to wrench and cinch and get you the fuck out. Get out of the crypto market and the least amount of volume possible. This is where the fun starts happening. It starts going crazy, starts going nuts. When they start getting everybody out of the market, everything is yelling to me, the big move is coming. And I think it's going to be up. Now, would not be surprised if we just swipe these big fat longs at 80K here, and here. One move down, all right? One move down, even as low as 75, 74. This would not be bearish to me if this happened, all right? If this happened, I would say we then have the juice. This would be the fake out to put in a double top, a higher low, maybe up to 116s, right up in here. You know, 49.33 for gold. Yeah, let's look at that real quick. Now that it's listed, let's go over here and let's put in XAU. XAU. Let's go to Bybit. Shit, look at this, bro. This is coming down. 5400s. Let's go out to let's go out to like a 1 week because this thing's just been cooking, dude. Look at this, guys. This thing can free fall. Now, it's gold. It is gold. All right, guys. It is gold. Much different. Gold is granddaddy, dude. Gold Gold is trading hundreds of billions of dollars. You guys remember, it's a $30 billion market cap. So this thing's can be trading, you know what I mean? This thing's trading in insane volume right now. But what really caught my eye is that the crypto markets, the crypto exchanges are listing XAU on every exchange, guys. The USDT monsters, you know, the tether hackers, guys like me that just want nothing but a bunch of tether. Everybody's asking for XAU. Everyone's asking for silver on the exchanges. Everybody, because we want access to use our tether with leverage. They're giving it to the people. The people spoke, and then the whales are going to say, perfect. Give me all that tether. So trade responsibly. This is a recipe for some serious disaster, man, for some traders on these exchanges. You know, the rich are about to get richer from this move. With that being said, guys, cheers. Y'all have a wonderful night. It was an excellent stream. I hope you guys learned a little something. If you guys can please like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell for me. All right, let's see how many likes we got, guys. I bet you 0. Nobody likes seeing yeah, we got 19 on YouTube. Tell you what, guys. Let's get 100. I mean, I don't even know what to ask for, dude. I mean, I wish I cared, because I'm just gonna get off the stream. But I would love to if you guys took care of me. I mean, dude. I mean, I do care. Let me rephrase that. I do care. Hurts my feelings that y'all aren't liking this. We broke it down: how, when, where, why. We did it live together. Can everybody from X please go over to YouTube? Bill Ackman said that if I just asked politely, you would deliver. Clearly, Bill Ackman was not telling the truth. Guys like watching Rich Neil? I like watching Neil. If you guys can, if everybody from X can just go over, like the YouTube, like the video, like. I want lots of likes. Lots of likes, guys. And get over into the free Telegram. And again, if you guys are inside of this trade, very, very, very valid trade. If you guys are still in it, I'm out. Just a quick scalp, quick $3,000 scalp. With that being said, Cranksters, you guys have a absolute wonderful night.